and presidential dumpy on here.
Oh, yeah, smash.
Smash.
Look at that.
Oh,
Okay,
Really?
so Bille
Before I get into anything
Eilish did a fucking photo shoot for a
It should be noted
magazine, and of course, us adults have to get angry about it because when a Hollywood celebrity does some shit and it's a slow news week, obviously conservatives are gonna get fucking mad about it. Let's watch.
Her middle name is Pirate. By the way, I almost said he.
Really?
I almost said he because I'm so messed up with the pronouns.
She's got so many middle names there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Pirate was just one of many.
Pirate.
First of all, this is extremely white people shit. Bille Eilish, Pirate, Baird O'Connell, okay? But, like, I can't believe white motherfuckers are going to sit around and act like Tucker, Buckley, Swanson, Carlson is, like, normal and then be like, Bille Eilish, Pirate, Baird O'Connell. That's crazy. That's some real white people shit right there, dude. That's literally white culture, dude. It's also, I guess I don't know if it's Latin American culture, but it's definitely Hispanic culture as well. And Italian culture too, but it's definitely OP white people shit to just be like, to have like 11 names. How are you gonna fucking sit here? How are you gonna fucking sit here and his brother's name is Buckley. It's Tucker Swanson McNear Carlson. Sorry. Like, how are you gonna sit here and be like, haha, look at how many stupid names this person has. It's literally the Western civilization that you want to protect.
I almost said he because I'm so messed up with the pronouns.
Oh my God. Oh my God. There's all these pronouns. Like,
Had so many
that doesn't mean it's not the pronouns that are a problem, you fucking idiot. That's your dumbass brain incapable of holding on to like any thought.
middle names there. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Pirate was just one of many.
Pirate is one of them. So while we're on the subject of how awful men are and how they're all the abusers, she said this about men, Bille Eilish. She said, I really think the bottom line is men are very weak. Imagine if those roles were reversed. I just think the bottom line.
Got nice little fucking role reversal. Easy, boys, easy. All right. Role reversal. I think it's just so easy for them to lose it.
Is women are really weak. Now, she doesn't say men are really weak. I don't know, maybe just emotionally, or men are weak. And she just says men are weak. Men are weaker than women. And she goes on to say it's just so easy for them.
Oh my God. He's getting mad at this. He's talking about she's talking about self-control. Okay. I think it's just so easy for them to lose it. You expect the dude not to grab you if you're wearing that dress? Seriously, you're that weak? Come on, go masturbate. Like, she's literally talking about self-control. This is like a empathetic approach to why sexual assault happens. Perhaps too empathetic in the way that like literally leftists would get mad at this. You know what I mean? They would say that she's straight up fucking victim blaming in this context. Okay?
For them to lose it, you expect the dude not to grab you if you're wearing that dress. Seriously, you're that weak. Come on, go masturbate. Okay, good. Let me just point out really quickly before we move on to some other points in this article, which I wouldn't care about.
Like, you should be mad at this from a leftist point of view, which is like, oh my God, I can't believe you're saying that sexual assault happens because like men have no self-control, as though like it's just you're trivializing the reasons as to why sexual assault happens and it goes unnoticed, which would be that like the patriarchal construct forces men or teaches men to behave a certain way and be careless about the expectations of women and completely overrides their expectations in any sort of like gender dynamic amongst women and men. Instead of saying all that, like, you're just simply saying, you're trivializing it by saying, oh, they're just too weak, just jerk off. If people jerked off more, they wouldn't sexually assault women. That's like what liberals, that's what radlibs would get upset about in this with respect to this quote. I don't even necessarily have a disagreement there. I think that does play a role in it beyond all the systemic and structural problems that I mentioned here. But to get upset at this from a conservative point of view is psychotic, because she's not even saying anything that's like crazy. You are literally looking for reasons to be upset at a 19-year-old girl talking about her opinion on sexual assault or harassment in general, proving the fucking point that Bille Eilish was making, that men are weak.
About if not for the fact that I have to.
Yeah.
Without men, none of this interview would be possible. So the interview was given to British.
dude, you are so lame, dude. I love it. This is like when pasty fucking 4chan dipshits will be like, without white men, civilization wouldn't be where it is now. It's like, bitch, you didn't do shit. Shut the fuck up. Is this the only way that you can like justify? Yeah, without women, it wouldn't be possible either, you fucking idiot. What kind of fucking take is that, dude? You need to be thanking men every day of your life. I'm so offended. I'm so offended. What a bitch, dude. God damn. Bitch made motherfucker, dude. Holy shit. Oh, so soft. This is the softest shit I've ever heard, okay? Like, imagine having such a hair trigger that you pop off on an otherwise like completely innocent fucking take. Jesus Christ.
Vogue, obviously a print magazine, printing press, invented by a man, Gutenberg. I don't think Johann Zahn, a man, invented the camera, of course, for the photo shoot.
He went and he Googled. He's like, yo, I'm about to pop off, dude. This is going to be my Aaron Sorkin moment. You know what I mean? He literally went and he fucking Googled the men that have created these profound things. And that's precisely why you have this interview that's happening currently, you silly woman. God damn, this is some weak ass shit, dude. Yo, how fucking fragile are you, dude? Oh my God. Here's what's masculine and manly, okay? Seeing some shit like that in a fucking Vogue interview or whatever fucking article it is and being like, yeah, I see the point. That's what being fucking manly should be like, okay? That's a manly thing. I'm a manly man. I see that fucking article and I go, okay, I see her point of view here, and I fucking move on. What's not manly, okay, what is incredibly bitch made here, and that's not a feminine quality, I'm just saying it's like a negative quality, is to read that fucking one line and work yourself up to a tangent, literally end up Googling different names of people that were men, that were responsible for so many technological achievements. It's not like a men versus women thing here. Idiot. Let's keep going.
Arthur Baldwin Turner, a man, invented and created Vogue magazine, though I'm sure men were using the term loosely.
Yeah.
The internet, which is where this was largely circulated, was invented, of course, by a man.
During my service in the United States Congress, I took the initiative and...
Triggered? I'm triggered? This is hilarious, bro. Really? I'm so triggered, yeah, that I Googled. I'm so triggered that I Googled all the different men that were responsible for the printing press and all this other stuff.
Creating the internet.
Okay, sorry.
You did
It was Tim Berners-Lee, but, you know, that was back before new media,
Close.
so Al Gore could just lie completely like that.
Yeah.
And something else to note, her brother, Phineas, produced all of her music and wrote most of it.
Really?
So men are so weak. You need...
But, like, she's not even talking about, like, this is not even in the context of, like, collaboration. Why are there battle lines drawn in this situation when there's no, like, there's no, like, Bille Eilish isn't saying men are weak or pathetic and they're fucking bad and they haven't contributed anything at all to history. That would be an idiotic take. She's talking specifically about why sexual harassment happens in her mind. Not even saying like this is what's going on, but it comes down to this is my point of view. This is why I think sexual harassment is occurring. Because a lot of guys cannot exercise self-control.
You needed a man to get started, and you needed a man to make the center. Now, look, I think we need each other.
Does Steven Crowder think that like musicians don't have producers or something? Okay, maybe he doesn't understand that like that there is because he's a conservative, he doesn't recognize the collaborative effort that happens in every aspect of every fucking person's lives, like whether it be creating art, whether it be even creating Louder with Crowder, a horrible fucking show on YouTube. Like, there's always collaboration. There are going to be producers. Someone isn't like more valuable because they produce their own fucking music or some shit. I mean, they could be. That could be cool, but you know, it's normal. But you know, I guess I'm explaining music now for those of you who are tuning in and you maybe watched the Steven Crowder video and you wanted to see some lib cuck, you know, rip it apart because you want to see what the other side believes in. Welcome. music and all other forms of art, and also literally everything within the societal structure is born out of collaboration. Let's move on.
That's the issue. No one here is saying that we don't need. I think women are the best of us in a lot of ways, in being compassionate, being nurturing, obviously making a house a home, being great mothers. I think in some professional environments, women are great organizationally compared to men. I think in environments where you need people who can do multiple tasks at once, women are far more efficient than men. And I think, conversely, that men are far more effective at carrying out one high-intensity task.
Throw a little bit of pop psychology in here, you know, a little bit of evolutionary psych. You know, it doesn't fucking matter. It feels like it's real. So let's keep going.
Like being in the military or CIA. But chalk one up on the board for you, ladies.
Well, and one of the points that she made, I want to make this because women misunderstand this. They think it's just like we just
like wouldn't people who are like hyper masculine in see the world from Steven Crowder's point of view literally look at this video and be like, why is this guy with bitch tits who's wearing an empty gun holster crying about a fucking woman's magazine? Like, even if we were to, again, operate on the masculinity standards set forth by, again, visual arts graduate Canadian Steven Crowder, wouldn't he come across as like super soft here? And like super feminine? This is the thing I will never understand about conservatives, which is that like you want to live in a world where you yourself do not fit the fucking rigorous and rigid standards that you apply to masculinity. You are coming across like a hysterical soy boy. Okay? Like, there is nothing masculine about wearing empty gun holsters on your fucking shoulders and crying about a 19-year-old pop star, motherfucker. You're literally like a Minecraft stan at this point. Except Minecraft stans are actually 14-year-old girls. So that's fine. They're going through their normal process of developing on the internet. You are a full-blown male adult who's crying about this shit while simultaneously trying to create these boundaries or reinforce these boundaries that you yourself do not fit in. Very weird. Very odd.
But chalk one up on the board for you, ladies.
Well, and one of the points that she made, I want to make this because women misunderstand this. They think it's just like we just don't have self-control. When she says, come on, are you serious? You're just going to lose it like that? Go and, you know, what she said, right? We are hardwired for this. You have no idea what it's like. And I mean that. If any woman out there is pissed off at me right now, you're wrong.
Dude, that is a threat, motherfucker. He's literally, that's a threat, dog. That's crazy. We are hardwired to rape, okay? I'm sorry. That's a self-report, dude. This is the Steven Crowder equivalent of venting, okay? In front of the entire fucking spaceship.
You have no idea what it's like to be a 16-year-old male trying not to think about sex. I don't.
Wait, but she's literally saying that. Wait, but that's what she's saying. Wait, what? Well, she basically is saying that, by the way. like Bille Eilish's take is that, like, Bille Eilish's take straight up was that, like, men can't exercise self-control. And his counter argument to that is, you have no idea, okay? Men can't exercise self-control. Shut up. I agree with you, but I'm doing it in an angry way. Okay.
I don't care what you're wearing, just hard enough as it is. But you add on top of it the kind of things that people, kind of dresses or the kind of outfits, or
and
the
to be
kind of
clear,
whatever it is.
If any guy touches you inappropriate,
of course,
inappropriately, they should be buried beneath the tracks.
Absolutely, 100% of the time.
You cannot, and I'll get to some other quotes. You cannot change that man's perception of you.
Right.
That man's perception of you will be primarily sexual. Now, like, say I want to come home to her.
Okay, this is a double self-report. I don't have a primarily sexual appetite for fucking 16-year-old Bille Eilish. Okay, I like her music. I think some of her songs are good, why are you saying that this person who was like underage until very recently is okay? I know she's 19 now. Shut the fuck up. But like, why are you saying that this person who was like until very recently under fucking age is sexually appetizing? That's fucking weird, dude. Okay. Wow, that's some wild shit. Libertarianism, boys.
Long day at work.
Yeah.
Kick my feet up. She seems like wife material. No, it's more you.
It's a chemical reaction inside of us, and that does not give us any excuse to be idiots, right? And men
or to be criminals,
right? And men need to do a better job of helping other men deal with that kind of stuff. But you have to understand, it is not just because men are weak. That's
okay. I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Okay, saying recently underage is disrespecting to her. No, saying recently underage is not disrespecting to her. Saying recently underage is saying that for a lot of people, especially people who are like in their 30s, like Steven Crowder, or even someone who's 29 like myself, we know Bille Eilish as someone who was underage for the majority of her career. So talking about her as a sexual object of desire across the board is kind of fucking weird, okay? Now, that's number one. Number two, and what I really want to state here is that kind of the whole point of societies forming and civilization is to overcome some of our natural desires that we believe we had to do for the longest fucking time. Okay? Overcoming nature is literally the point of being a human. You don't live in a goddamn cave where you break rocks with your fucking hands and you're terrified of fire and lightning. So why the fuck is it that we're just like, dude, I have to rape, dude. There's like, men have to fucking rape, dude. Shut up. No, just the whole point is you fight off urges that you may or may not have. I feel like this is a bit of an exaggeration. Saying that when you're 16 and you're really horny, well, that's true. That is true. 16-year-old boys are horny. I was 16 years old once. I was very horny. Okay? But also, I understood empathy and understood that like you control yourself. You need to exercise self-control. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird.
It's not weakness. There are tons of men who just...
I'm confused. Did you say only 16-year-olds?
Not just 16-year-olds. I'm just saying at that particular moment in time, it's pretty difficult.
Yeah,
okay?
it's pretty difficult to think about anything else. Come on,
Especially
everyone
with a
out
photo
there,
shoot like
guys, comment below. Tell me, what was... Okay, look, and I know we have a lot of... And I'm a Christian, but this is just real talk. What was your boner hide method in high school?
Jeez.
Did you...
Oh, God, we talked about this too. Okay, let's keep going.
The face and the frighteners over the bed. My main problem with this interview...
Oh, God, we talked about fucking hiding boners for so long the other day on this broadcast. It's like making me feel kind of icky that like that's what Steven Crowder is talking about too right now. God damn. Hasan equals Steven Crowder, dude. I went to an all-boys school, never needed to. What the fuck? Why wouldn't you fucking hide your boner in an all-boys school?
Interview with Bille Eilish, by the way.
I talked about this already. My personal method is always the left tuck. I hang left regardless, even when I'm soft, and I hang left when I'm hard. That's how you do it. I never understood the belt tuck. I don't know how the fuck you guys did the waistband tuck. It just does not make any sense to me. I always dress left. Always.
Way is that everything... Let me be really clear about this. So when people... My problem, too, I've talked about QAnon in the past, where people think that everything is a cabal of Satanists and child sacrifice.
You were too small for the belt tuck? I don't think so, but anyway, let's keep going.
Satanism is actually far more common than people realize, in that most Satanists, if you look at LaVeyan Satanism, they just don't actually believe in God. They reject the archetype of God. And what does that mean? They reject the tenets of the faith, meaning you should espouse the needs of others first. You should love your enemies, right? That you should be held accountable to God, and that you shouldn't simply look inward. So LaVeyan Satanists actually just say the opposite. They say that you should make yourself the God of your own universe. That's what actual Satanism is. It's not blood sacrifice. It's simply saying, hey, there is no God, therefore I'm God. And I think this interview is strikingly reminiscent of LaVeyan Satanism. That's right. I said Satanism.
What? He's saying, Steven Crowder's saying Billie Eilish is a Satanist? What the fuck? Yo, listen. Nothing screams you're desperate for fucking a new audience, like trying to fucking bring back like this celebrity is a Satanist takes like it's 1994, dude. We're back to satanic panic, boys. What the fuck is going on? Also, the way that he described Satanism here isn't even like, I mean, he's like being awfully considerate about Satanism here as well. Like he did a relatively decent take on it. Also, when he explains it like that, it sounds kind of like egoism or it kind of sounds like conservatism. Like, with the exception, like, substitute God for anything else. But anyway, that's kind of wild, dude. That's kind of weird. That was unexpected. But you know what is expected? Okay, you know what is expected. At the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break. Now, if you expect the unexpected, you might be not so surprised about the top of the hour 60-second ad break. But you can still avoid it by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get 1 free Prime subscription a month. And you can also avoid it with a $5 subscription a month. Now, if you don't have an Amazon Prime account, you might use someone else's Amazon Prime account to connect to your Twitch account. You still get 1 free Prime subscription a month. You can use it on your favorite streamer. Hopefully, I am your favorite streamer. If any of the other streamers are your favorite streamer, then you're wrong. And, you know, it's fine to have a wrong opinion. Actually, it's not fine. I take it back. Get those primers out, boys. Here's the 1-minute ad now. Dude, they're trying, dude. They're fucking...
Directly from the Church of Satan.
They're trying so hard, dude. They're not funny. It's so sad.
So, let me read you a quote directly from the Church of Satan. Since the Satanists understand that all gods are fiction, instead of bending the knee in worship to or seeking friendship or unity with such mythical entities, he places himself at the center of his own subjective universe as his own highest value.
All I'm saying is this sounds like American exceptionalist individualism, i.e. like American conservatism, okay? Where is he going with this take?
Let's compare this with the Bille Eilish quotes from the article. By the way, a role model for kids.
Yeah. Of course.
I miss the days when Charles Barkley was a role model, and the worst he did was punch out a fan.
He's a good guy.
That fan deserves it.
Or was that Patrick Ewing? I think both of them did it.
They probably did.
Billie Eilish said, if you're about body positivity, why would you wear a corset? Talking about her thing.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you show your actual body? She raises her eyebrows. My thing is I can do whatever I want. Confidence is her only gospel, she says. Yet that intent has been spun into a lot of weird miscommunication. She clears it up. It's all about what makes you feel good. If you want to get surgery, go get surgery. If you want to wear a dress that somebody thinks you look too big wearing, f it. If you feel good, you'll look good. You look good. No.
No.
Do you know how I know that's? Do you know how I know that's true? Because you're not wearing a corset and push-up bra when you're at home binge watching Game of Thrones.
Wait, what? Motherfucker, why are you wearing gun holsters and a Henley like you are some completely fucking clueless Western extra? Okay, you're wearing that because it makes you feel like a big boy. It makes you feel confident. Okay, it makes you feel like a badass. We all do this. Some of us don't even have to dress like fucking Nathan Drake to feel that way. You're out here literally dressed like Walmart Nathan Drake, shitting on a 19-year-old girl who's like, well, sometimes I want to wear a corset. Yeah. It makes her feel fucking confident when she wears a corset or has her fucking boobs lifted or some shit. That's the whole point. How do you misunderstand the point and then turn around and literally fucking get mad at a point that you misunderstood? You wore that because you feel like a fucking badass. You think that other people, you're signaling to other people. You think that other people think you look like a fucking badass. That's why you're wearing this shit. Okay? And it gives you confidence. And that's precisely why women do the same shit, because women and men and this might come as a surprise to a lot of you, I guess, are not that different from one another. Okay?
You're in your sweatpants. You are putting that on to look good for someone else. Sorry, that's why.
Wait, but that's so strange. Like, I don't understand it. I don't understand this. Like, so people wear clothes because they want to look good, okay? People wear clothes sometimes because they want to look good. It doesn't, that is where the confidence is coming from. They feel like that corset looks good. They look good for other people, but it doesn't fucking matter. Like, what is the argument here? I don't understand. I literally do not understand. I do not understand what the fucking point he's trying to make here. Do you guys understand what the point he's trying to make here? What is the deal? Like, this is the same fucking Jordan Peterson style argument where it's like, oh, women wear makeup primarily because they want to be fuckable. So why the fuck do women wear makeup in an all-female environment then? Are they lesbians automatically? Like, what is it? Auto-lesbian? It's just, you know. Why do women wear makeup when they are in an all-girls school or some shit? Why? They wear it because they feel confident. Sometimes, maybe I'm alone in this, but sometimes I dress up even when I'm at home, okay? Because it makes me feel good. I'm not going to fucking see anybody, but it doesn't matter. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel confident. It's just for me in that circumstance. It can be for others, but who gives a shit?
Why you wear? That's why women wear rouge, to simulate the flushing during a sexual encounter. These are biological.
I just want to, every time someone says this, I want to be like, so your mom. So you're saying your mom is a hoe. Your mom is married to your dad. She put on rouge. Does that mean your mom is a hoe? What's up? Your sister. She puts on makeup. Are you saying your sister is a object of sexual desire? Why do you want to fuck your sister? That's kind of weird. Crazy, dude. It's just like, I think he's trying to say it's not empowerment because he's falsely assuming that she is dressing in a corset to appeal to the male gaze. I mean, why is it that conservatives, the real horseshoe is like conservatism versus like bastardized rad lib takes? The real horseshoe is like, either you are a fucking weirdo conservative or like a puritanical weirdo, or you're literally a fucking like weirdo rad lib who's like, aha, women should never be desirable for men. Or women are only trying to be desirable to men every time they're trying to be desirable. Like, there's no difference between the Jordan Peterson take and like turfy ass takes like that shit, by the way. Wimixon.
Facts. These are things that make people attractive to the opposite sex. Then she went on to say, suddenly you're a hypocrite if you want to show your skin, and you're easy, and you're a slut, and you're a whore. If I am, then I'm proud. Well, wonderful. Me and all the girls and hoes.
Well, wonderful. Ooh, that's so bad.
It, you know, let's turn it around and be empowered in that. Showing your body and showing your skin or not should not take any respect away from you. Okay, here's the thing. It does, though. It does.
Yeah.
Shouldn't take any respect. Doesn't matter. Guess what? If a young boy sees it, and here's the thing, you can still be plenty attractive. I will tell you this. As a young, let's just use as an example, we were all sort of young Christians here, right? Yeah. And so
it's kind of weird that like Bille Eilish is just 19 years old, shooting the shit in this fucking magazine interview, talking about how like, who gives a fuck if people try to slut shame? Like, whatever, I'm 19, yeah, I'm a slut. Who cares? Don't be upset when people try to slut shame you for what you're wearing. And this like 30-some-year-old dude is just like, shut up, you're still a slut. You're a fucking slut. You slut whore. For wearing a fucking showing skin, fuck you. Blood-curdling anger. Maybe it's because Steven Crowder himself wants to wear the skin-showing dresses, and only in his world, once again, only women get to wear that as the default. So he's just upset. He's like, I want to be a slut too.
We would see attractive girls, for example, at church, youth group, or at school.
Yeah.
You would see an attractive girl, and then you would see an attractive girl dressed like a prostitute. Now, they're both the same level of attractive. However, you think of one primarily and only sexually, and you think of another one as one you respect and one who you'd be interested in courting.
Young, haha. My arguments can only appeal when the subject has deniability and a perceived level of unaccountability due to age. Are you saying that about me? I'm not even saying that, like, I'm not saying that she's young and therefore her takes are bad. For the record, I think her arguments are solid. Overall, but hold on. Maybe you were talking about Steven Crowder.
They're both the same level of attractive. However, you think of one primarily and only sexually, and you think of another one as one you respect and one who you'd be interested in courting. That's a...
But, like, okay, this is so subjective and so personal. Like, you can't just drop, like, if you're going to make a solid argument here, like, what is prostitute clothing? Like, when you rob something of context and just immediately make it seem like this is a negative thing, all you're basically saying is, well, negative things are bad and positive things are good. This is an argument that Jordan Peterson engages in regularly. This is the type of cyclical argument, this tautological argument that Jordan Peterson is famous for making, and conservatives do it all the time. Like, what's the difference between, according to who, are we talking about, where, like, what is the difference between, like, prostitute clothing, whatever the fuck that is, and non-prostitute clothing? Is it how much is being revealed? Are you perhaps advocating for Sharia law? Like, do you want to hide people's entire bodies? Do you want to regulate what women can and can't wear? Like, are you just talking simply like, what is modesty in your worldview? This is entirely subjective. Okay? There are certain things you can and can't wear in certain contexts. Okay? Most human beings are going to be reasonable and understand that. For example, if you are, I don't know, wearing a bathing suit to a fucking job interview, whether you are a man or a woman, doesn't fucking matter. It's going to look a little out of place, and you're probably not going to be able to achieve that level of professionalism that you wanted to get. Okay? Wearing a bikini on Twitch is okay. Wearing a bikini on church, frowned upon. Like, what's, I need to know.
It's a fact. You can say you wish that it didn't cause men to lose respect for you. It does. I love these pictures, and I loved doing this shoot. Do whatever. Do what you want. Do whatever you want whenever you want. Everything else. I don't know. How about responsibilities? How about love, empathy, compassion, moral?
Wait, I'm confused. Like, why does... Okay, here's the funny thing. She already talked about responsibility and empathy with regards to, like, empathizing with even the fucking people who are engaging in acts of sexual harassment against women by saying, like, they're too weak to fucking control themselves. That's somewhat undeserved empathy to a degree. But then beyond that, like, why does every fucking talking point in an article that is primarily focused around that is like primarily focused around like Bille Eilish's personal experiences have to have like baked in morality into like every fucking answer, including the Instagram caption from the photo shoot from that article? Like, why can't you let certain things be what they are? This is something that I get annoyed when liberals do it. Okay, Steven Crowder, you're kind of being a fucking hysterical lib here, being like, why isn't she addressing every single problem in this fucking Vogue interview or whatever the magazine is that she's interviewing? Chill the fuck out, dude. Okay, like, not every fucking news piece has to center around your worldview and cater to your expectations. Okay, chill the fuck out, you silly bitch.
Moral virtue, responsibility, discipline, not everything that's not a Dita Von Teese branded corset push-up bra. There are other things in life that I think you'll find are more important at some point. But again, this is the thing people will say. Oh,
the irony, of course, is that like I hate when like regular shit is considered an act of bravery. Okay, when it's like, oh, she's so brave for wearing this corset, right? And like that stuff is fucking annoying to me, right? When liberals do it. But the reason why it actually becomes an act of bravery is literally because of dipshits like this that are like, oh, you wore a corset? Well, fuck you. You're fucking whore. Why aren't you talking about, I don't know, morality and responsibility? Fuck you. Like, what is this shit, dude? Why are you trying so hard to fucking find offense around a sexually liberated person? Very strange.
Okay, boomer, even though millennials. Like, no, hold on a second. There used to be a time where we realized that when people got older, they were somewhat wiser.
Yes.
And other things matter other than, you know, your tits on the cover of Vogue. It's an insane thing. Young women were expected to know and do everything and be everyone's mom when we're like 15. Really?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? Your brother created the studio in which you recorded all of your, and he wrote the songs, and you just said, yeah, put my voice on there.
I didn't realize Steven Crowder was like a fucking huge Billie Eilish's brother fan. Like, name 5 of his records, you dingus. Come on. Oh, you're such a big Phineas Eilish fan, dude? Name 5 of his top hits, motherfucker. Go ahead. Bro, where is he getting his fucking takes from? Like, he knows more about the Billie Eilish lore than I do, dude. What the fuck? Listen, I manage a fucking daycare full of little Zoomer babies, and half of them don't know this much shit about Billie Eilish, but Steven Crowder knows everything about Billie Eilish, apparently. I don't even know if he's right, actually, but... like, does he not... what I'm confused by all of this is that, like, does he not realize how music production works? Like, does he not realize? Is he like upset at, I don't know, everyone that's not Kanye, I guess? But even Kanye relies on other producers, so even he's fake too. Like what kind of weird fucking... Steve Crowder's like a very weird music fan. He's right about the music. Dog, how is he right about the music? He's making it seem as though, like, musicians are supposed to be completely just alone and, like, write all the songs themselves and like play all the instruments themselves, like it's fucking Bach or some shit originally when they're first composing it. It's just like he's doing that thing that conservatives do all the time where they describe something that is innocent and normal as a part of the industry and making it seem like it is a negative or bad.
Studio in which you recorded all of your, and he wrote the songs, and you just said, yeah, put my voice on there. Now, the reason you probably are more marketable is because you're a woman and because you're more attractive and you're probably talented, but your brother's talented as well. This idea too, this is something that I...
like, why? But like, I don't get it. But like, is this like a meme? Is this like a Billie Eilish meta that I'm unfamiliar with? Sorry, excuse my fucking ignorance about all things Billie Eilish, but like, is there a problem? Does she like lie about her brother's involvement or something? I mean, this is like, if this is like out in the open, like, then doesn't that mean he's getting credit as well? Like, is he trying to say that like Billie Eilish is exploiting his brother's labor or some shit? Like, what the fuck? She's literally like her brother's biggest fan. Her brother's very successful too. I don't know what he's on about. I fucking never know what Steven Crowder is on about.
I hear a lot from feminists. And look, this is, if you take nothing else today, okay, women, I know we have a significant amount of women watching.
Yeah.
We actually have more and more women watching.
And we love you.
See them in the comments all the time.
No, because a lot of women are saying, I can't find, a lot of our life advice, I can't find men. Well, look,
Yeah.
the reason for that is because at some point, women as a whole are going to have to start standing up for what actually matters to them. You can't let the women in the media.
Bro, his nipples are getting hard. Like, literally, talking about Billie Eilish has caused Steven Crowder's nips to get fucking hard, dude. That is so nipples protruding. So disrespectful. So disrespectful.
Media dominate this message with putting trans in sports and dressing like strippers and saying that men should respect them. And look, at some point, you're going to have to say, you know what, there needs to be a civil war within women. Meaning, you know, some people are going to lose some weaves. There are going to be some tops are going to fly off. Upload it. Oh, you know, you have to be a mom at age 15. And this comes from this.
Dress a little bit modestly, Steven Crowder. What's up with your fucking nips hanging out, dude? Disgusting.
Myth you see from feminists where they say, we're expected to take care of everything. First off, that's not true. Second, it's we never had a choice. You hear this a lot now. Feminism is about a choice. I agree with that. But we never had a choice, a lot of women will tell you, third wave feminists. Back then, you had to be a stay-at-home mom. No, that's not true. That's not true. You were encouraged to be a mom. And you were taught how to be a good mom and a good wife, just like men were taught how to be a good husband, because these were important roles in society. However, women back then, there were still plenty of women who were working in sciences, women who were nurses, women who were teachers. There weren't many women who were CEOs. Now, some of that is nature, some of that is nurture, because women typically wanted to have children. And you notice this when most women have children and they start families, they don't often want to go back into the workplace because they find it more fulfilling. They find their life more satisfying. They find it more filled with purpose. But this is something they say, well, we never had it.
I mean, even if that's the case, isn't that their own personal choice? And then there are fucking women who don't want to make that decision. So what's up? I'm so confused. I'm so lost in the sauce, dude. Like, I don't even know if that's real or not, what he's saying there. But, like, why the fuck would anyone want to be a wage slave? Like... It's so strange to make these sorts of fucking very terrible, like, gender essentialist arguments, dude.
Had a choice, right? You're expected to be a mom. No, let me give you some perspective here. You're a young girl, particularly any young girl after, let's say, the 1950s. Every girl watching right now, I want you to be honest. This is a question. Comment below, okay? It's the best thing you can do. And then I want boys to comment below. Young girls out there, when you're...
Bro, he is so desperate in trying to fucking... He's like, come on, boys. We got to get the algo moving. Hey, to those who are watching it on my channel, watching this video, you know, comment below on what you think Steven Crowder's deal is. Like, what's going on?
Your parents sat you down. You learned, okay, you were growing up. You were maybe going into junior high.
Let's get those metrics up, boys.
You know, maybe you were going into high school. The point is, maybe you were approaching that 15, 16-year-old mark that Bille Eilish was talking about. Did your parents say, hey, by the way, you have to be a stay-at-home mom, you have no choice? Or did your parents say, hey, look, when you grow up, you can be anything you want to be. You can be a career woman. You can, if you're playing, I don't know, some sport, volleyball, you can, you know, assuming that no men come into the sport at this point, you can play sports when you grow up. You can be a CEO, you can be a scientist, you can be a doctor. You can also, it's okay to be a mom. It's okay to be a stay-at-home mom if you want to be a mom. That's something you can do too, as long as you have that choice. Is that close to the conversation you had with your parents? Or did your parents say, hey, you don't have a choice, you have to be a mom, okay? The world out there, don't do anything other than be a mom. Now, contrast that with boys. Let me ask you this. Anyone here, any guy here, Darren, sorry, Dad, I say Darren sometimes because I have to say for people who are Dad, Pops, Gerald, Quarter Black, Garrett, anyone. When your parents had a talk with you, and I remember you having a talk with me when you told me what a man should be, Dad, when you told me what a man would have to do when he grew up, were any of you provided with the choice of, hey, son, now that you're getting older, you're going to have to learn how to provide for yourself. You're going to have to learn how to take responsibility. Oh, and by the way, you can also just be a stay-at-home dad. That's a choice.
Wait, but that's a complete... Wait, he just sounds jealous again, dude. Oh, it literally sounds like he's jealous, dude. That's so weird. Like, what if that was the option? Like, okay, so that so doesn't that mean you should give the opportunity to men to have that option? Because he actually sounds like he's jealous about this. What the fuck? The man talk is a myth. My parents never outright told me you need to be a mother. They just assumed I would. When I expressed that I wasn't sure I wanted to be, my mother called me selfish.
Anyone anyone ever even offered that on the table?
No.
It seemed odd.
It never came up.
It's like
Stay-at-home
go to
dad.
work.
I'm totally fine.
I'm totally fine, but as soon as we were old enough, as soon as young boys are old enough to understand.
I don't think Steven Crowder is totally fine with that. He says he's totally fine with it, but I don't think he is. But like, fine, paternity leave. Let's do it. I mean, it's very successful in countries that have implemented it. So yeah. That way your nipples wouldn't get hard about the dirty thoughts that you would, the dirty thoughts that, pollute your mind when you're talking about these issues. Like, oh, I wish I could wear a nice, sexy dress and be my little slut-like self, like a dirty slut. But then I'm also a stay-at-home mom. Why can't I do that? That's what this entire rant whittles down to, where it's just like, it just kind of feels like he wants to be a stay-at-home dad who wears dresses. Just fucking, I say live and let live, okay? Do it. Straight up. Do it, dude. I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't. If it makes you feel good, then do it.
And that they want to have a life and family, we are made very aware, acutely aware, that you're going to have to provide and protect for the rest of your life. That's your responsibility. We don't get that choice. I would argue that women have more choices, and certainly choices with less pressure. And you know what? We want that for you. I want that from. I want women to have that choice.
Right. We wear that proudly. It's not something that we disdain. You're just showing like there is a difference when you're growing up on the expectations.
And just again, comment below, young boys. Sorry, not young. When you were a young boy, and men, maybe you're a young boy right now. We have a lot of young people watching too, and women. What kind of conversation did your parents have? And if they didn't have that conversation, shame on your parents. You guys should all be having that conversation with your children. And I don't have a problem with it. I do think that young men should be taught to be protectors and providers, and to make sure that we take care of the women for whom we are responsible in our lives. And I want that conversation to take place with women, and I want them to have choice. But I want them to appreciate it and not browbeat men every chance they get. Because women, I'm telling you, just like the Black Lives Matter backlash, and just like people now are seeing race more and more, and you're seeing more race.
Yeah, dude. I remember a time when we didn't see race. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 60s. Like, why can't we go back to a time when we weren't seeing race more and more? What is this, like, seeing race more and more shit, dude? Since when is it more and more? For conservatives, anytime you utter race in a negative context, or rather in a positive context, or rather anytime you utter anything about race as far as like trying to correct the wrongs of the past that were wronged on racial boundaries, you're doing a wrong thing. Conservatives have never like stood idly by and been like, yeah, actually, we should abolish slavery. You're right. No, they fought for that back then. Or, yeah, we should actually fucking destroy Jim Crow laws or redlining. No, they fought for that as well. And now they're fighting for any other fucking corrective behavior. Seeing race, dude.
Racism, you are going to see more misogyny and more sexism if you keep vilifying.
Yeah, the real racism comes when systemic racism is addressed. It's so good.
It's just not going to be a good thing.
Is this a threat? Like, it kind of feels like, you know, hey, women, young, old, doesn't matter. You talk about gender norms and you talk about expectations and I don't like it, I'm going to be fucking sexist, motherfucker. Sorry. Can't do nothing about it, dude. This is my ultimatum. I'm going to be as sexist as possible because as soon as I hear someone, anyone talking about, you know, having the confidence to be able to wear whatever the fuck they want to, I lose my fucking mind. Even though I would like to be able to have. If only there was a world where I could freely show off my fucking juicy ass donk, dude. Oh my God. I got a fucking bakery down there. God damn. He really does have a nice dumpy, straight up. I mean, listen, he's fucking caked up. My guy is caked up, straight up. He's got a nicer ass than most Instagram models. Like, it's just, like, look, facts are facts, okay? Facts, don't care about your feelings. I have to say this, literally. And if you don't say this, then you're fucking lying. That is him. This is Steven Crowder dressed up as a woman. I think he was like trying to do like a transphobic thing at Planet Fitness, and then like I believe no one actually took him seriously, and they were just like being very accommodating. So now, so then I remember he was like yelling or like trying to make a scene. I mean, this is his ass, dude. He's got a fucking fat one. And honestly, look, I'm fucking caked up too. I like to show it off. All right. And it's clear to me that Steven does as well. Or I guess he is in drag here. Is it Stephanie Crowder then? I don't know. I don't know what his like drag name is. But my queen is showing off. He knows it. You know it. I know it. Let's not avoid the reality. Okay? My man's got an ass like a fucking football stadium that would open up during COVID lockdown because people would still be fucking social distancing if they entered it, okay? There's a whole ecosystem and a gravitational pull around that dummy thick ass. Don't deny it. You don't think he stuffed it for the joke? No, I think he's thick, dude. I think he is thickums. Okay, let's move on. I got to stop talking about Steven Crowder's ass. Each cheek is a different area code. Yeah, when people say I got hoes in different area codes, they mean like each individual ass cheek of Steven Crowder. Stop, you're going to make me sin azan. It's Ramadan. Why are right-wing commentators so hot when dressed feminine? Look, I don't have I'm not into that, but it seems like Steven is very into it. Let's see, all the times Steven Crowder made Ben Shapiro uncomfortable.
Well, I mean,
Which, as you can clearly see, is not a problem.
wow, you know, if I like it, I should have put a ring on it, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah. Who says I'm not wearing a second ring?
Well, that's... So here we are on the Sunday special with Steven Crowder, who lacks pants. And we will get to all of the questions for Steven Crowder. We will ask him why, indeed, he feels that it is necessary and appropriate for him not to wear pants and thus to show his junk to the entire world. Look, Steven Crowder could use a therapist, and you might need to as well. All you need is a computer.
I'm so tempted to screw all of them up for you.
I know, and you already did one, so congratulations.
Close. You did stumble a little bit.
I know, well, you know, you actually ducking into my camera line and then pouring water into your...
Kind of a slut, dude. What a fucking slut, dude. Yo, can you stop being slutty for a second, dude? I'm just saying. Why are you being such a hoe, Steven Crowder? Do you ship them, Hassan? Oh, Jesus Christ. Like his buddy said, we're hardwired for it. When I see Steven Crowder's booty, I can't help myself. I black out and do what nature intended to that dummy thick gargantuan dump truck wagon. Okay, stop.
Your own mug is always definitely a wonderful thing.
You know, I just don't trust you.
Well, back at you, dude. I mean, I'm the one wearing pants, so all I can say is that before we began this interview, Steven Crowder was in fact wearing pants. He walked into the room not wearing pants to make me specifically uncomfortable because, as most people know, I am deeply uncomfortable with the male body.
Ben, why are you such an angry Jew today?
God dang it, who booked this? Why am I even here? Oh, God, not Crowder. This day's long enough.
Do you think Bernie Sanders would care more if you gave him $10,000 or if you dedicated your entire network to kissing his ass for an election cycle?
Let's talk a little bit about how...
What is this music in the background? It's so weird seeing them as real people. Why are people always like, OMG, he hates trans people, so he must be trans in denial? Maybe he's just a raging bigot puggo. Yeah, well, why don't people say that about fucking Ben Shapiro and say that about Steven Crowder, my friend? Just exercise a little bit of contextual critical thinking, okay? Like, there are straight people who are deeply, deeply transphobic. And then there are people who are very desperate to liberate themselves, but get in their own way. Okay. It's Paco. He makes good stuff, but he had a wild take about a woman wanting to be dominated naturally, so had to drop him. What? Anyway.
How you got to where you are. So he runs a show.
Lawyer present? Do I need
Damn, his eyes are like, look at him.
lawyer present? Do I need a half Asian builder?
Oh, he's just copping a peek. Got him. He can't look away, dude. Oh my Lord. He's like, oh fuck. Oh fuck, dude. Oh God. What does he got? I need to know. I need to know what kind of trouser snake he's got down there, dude. Yeah, I'm just gonna, he's gonna make me act up. I am going to just leave this on this note and go pee real quick. Let's say hypothetically you've been a bad boy. Let's say hypothetically you don't wear pants when you come into my studio. Hypothetically, what would you do with those thick ties? Hypothetically, I mean. Boys, he's just eyeing it down so he can figure out which way he tucks. Just because someone hates trans people doesn't mean they're all also trans, though. That's all I'm saying. I don't know. As a trans person, it makes me feel kind of gross. You know, the shit is like, oh my God, totally trans in denial. I think he's just a gross, hateful asshole. Okay. You're right. It's the same energy as people constantly saying like, oh, all fucking straight people who are homophobic are actually gay in denial. Not true. Obviously, there are plenty of straight people who are just hateful and bigoted. Same with transphobia. Plenty of fucking people are just transphobes because they're hateful, bigoted, learned it from social conditioning. Even Crowder is a little unique in that situation. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, when he was talking about wet ass P word, now we know what he was talking about. I know I have to pee, but I want to watch the rest of this. It's like when Margot got caught looking at your dumpy caught in 4K.
Always, I'm Jewish, but but Crowder is sitting here, and
I gotta pee. I'll be
tell
back.
you what, when he turned on, I think we had a guest who came in, or I was playing with my nipples. No, wait, that was where I have a hole in my sternum here, and no one believed me. So we tried to see. I have a inverted sternum, so I was trying to see how many coffee beans we could fit in my sternum. Take a guess. 208 coffee beans can fit in my sternum.
what am I doing with my life that I'm on the show with you right now?
Well,
what have I done wrong? Maybe we are all dead and this is hell. Maybe
That was a self-pat. For sponsors who don't see how creative he is with the compliments, that was a self-pat.
Yeah, no,
Harvard means you're smart.
It's smooth.
I tell you what's not smart is these generic chairs. My back's going to be sore. I'm going to have to get up and stretch right in front of you.
Well, please do not. And in any case,
So I think even though this thing is squeaking, is this being caught up on your, is it okay?
It's totally fine.
All right, fine. I'm just making sure it's the replication. It's not me. I just want to make sure. Hold on.
you're okay, dude. It's
No,
fine.
I'm making sure that people know it's not me is my point, Ben. This is important for me. It's not everything is about you. There you go. You can hear the squeak. It's the chair.
Okay.
Ben, thank you for being on the show, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me as always. I mean, it's always wonderful to see you and watch you dance and just think to myself, what have I done with my life?
You can speak ill of anything
Thought he was
except
a
poke
stick.
on the
Okay,
show.
I don't know who that is.
Poor form, Ben.
The hell are you doing on your iPad, man?
Well, I mean, I'm decrypting all sorts of national security secrets.
Okay,
I don't
all
know,
right.
I'm watching
I think now
porn
we're
too. I
using
mean,
words that you're like,
you caught me. You got
I
me.
saw that
I was not
show
watching
with Kiefer
trans porn. I
Sutherland.
was certainly not watching
No.
trans porn like Alex Jones. I was certainly not doing
No,
that.
you're watching interdimensional vampire porn.
That's correct. In any case, let's talk about the fact that you're a crazy person.
I don't know what you have. I don't know what it is. A computer wore tennis shoe syndrome? I have no idea.
Trump's a big dude, so I imagine he actually has to Crisco himself up and just wedge himself through
Yeah.
doorways to get around
Well,
them.
at that point, the Crisco's incidental. It's not to wedge himself through the doorway. There's a multitude of uses.
Get back in there, make some shoes, and a Ben Shapiro tumbler. Don't come out until you've
Hey, if
figured
they
it out.
weren't making shoes, their family would starve. So
This is
you
true.
let's just
That
be
is
frank.
why I shop exclusively at The Gap. So, Ben.
First, let's talk about jeans, because this dude right here doesn't have any pants, but he could use some pants, because come the hell on, it's just terrible in every possible way.
It's very hard for me to get jeans because I have a pretty small waist but a huge ass. So it's
true. By God, it's fucking true, dude.
I'm going to mention it,
I
but
have to buy like
now that you've been
38
there.
pants. My waist is 33, but I have to buy like 36 or 38 pants because they're made for men without legs.
Well, I mean,
Which, as you can clearly see, is not a problem.
Wow. You know, if I like it, I should have put a ring on it, I suppose.
I suppose, yeah. Who says I'm not wearing a second ring?
No, that's...
Continue with your question.
This is like weirdly humanizing them a little bit in my eyes.